Let's turn to Josh Lederman, who interviewed the Iranian foreign minister. He covers foreign policy for the Associated Press. Did he give an idea about what a mutual pullout might mean?
Not exactly, but he's saying that Iran has a lot of options that will be open to it if it is freed from its international obligations under this deal. What he's talking about, Shep, is enrichment, those specific activities that the world was so concerned about in the first place. The Iranians are essentially threatening, look, there will be nothing to stop us from doing that if Trump pulls out of the deal, essentially kills the deal, and we have a free hand.
You wonder how much of this is bluster. Could you get a sense from anything on that front during your interview?
There is some bluster here because, on the one hand, the Iranians are getting some relief, some sanctions relief under this deal. They want to keep this deal alive. They want to keep that engagement with the West that they've had through this deal. On the other hand, they don't want to make it look like they have no leverage here and that this is all in the U.S. court. So they're making the point that, look, you know, take it or leave it. You do what you want. We have our options, and we'll respond accordingly. And you may not know exactly how we're going to respond. So you see Tehran trying to preserve all the leverage it has possible ahead of this deadline for President Trump on May 12th.
Well, as far as President Macron goes, while the handshaking and all of the rest of the bromance continues for reasons that you can interpret however you want, his goal seems to be keep the United States in this Iran agreement for the good of the world. Whether he'll be successful or not is another matter.
That's right, and it's anybody's guess. The president even said yesterday, nobody knows what I'll do. Macron might have a decent sense or not. But there's all this sequencing of what happens next that is so unclear. Macron, in his speech just a few hours ago to Congress, saying if the U.S. pulls out, we will not follow its lead. We are in the deal. And whether Iran ultimately decides that even without the U.S. in the deal, it makes sense for them to continue going along with the Europeans to try to relieve some of that sanctions from the Europeans is anybody's guess.
Josh Lederman, good to see you, Josh. Thank you.
Thanks, Shep.